good morning. Welcome back to Marilyn Storytime here at Lehman Library. I know you're excited to see what story we have in store for you today. I love to read stories, don't you? You know, with our summer reading program having ended a week or two ago, I know you hopefully are still reading some books. And today's book that I want to share with you is called Bark George. It's about a dog, could you tell? Now, maybe some of you have a pet at home. Do you have a cat? A dog? Maybe a pet snake? I don't know. Do you ever have to take them to the veterinarian where they get sick and you need to get them well again? Well, today's story is about something very similar to that. So I hope you'll enjoy this story. It goes like this. There once was a little dog named George. He was just a little puppy and he was so sweet. And his mother, who was of course a bigger dog than he was, she was so proud of her little pup. She would take him out for a walk and walk around in the park every day and sometimes in the evenings because it's important to walk your dog. And she wanted to take the best care she could of her pup. Well, she was so excited. This particular day, she was out in the park walking George around, and they were smelling the flowers and sniffing people and just enjoying all the animals that people see around in a park and in a neighborhood. And his mother said, "George, can you bark?" And George went, "Meow." "George," his mother said, "what's wrong with you? You're not supposed to meow. You're supposed to arf. Bark, bark, George." And he tried again, and he went, "Quack." "No, George, what is wrong with you?" She looked at him, and she thought, "I've never heard George say that in his life. What is wrong with you?" "George, try barking again." And he went, "Oink." "George, oh no, I think you must be really sick. We're going to have to take you to the veterinarian. Please bark one more time. Just go arf." And he went, "Moo." Oh, George's mother was feeling so sad. She said, "Oh, George, we're going to have to take you to the veterinarian." So they walked along. She took him to Dr. Doggy, the veterinarian. And she got there and she said, "Oh, please look at my dog. He's just not feeling well. He's making funny sounds like he's barking. He's supposed to be barking and he's making other animal sounds. Can you help fix him up?" "Well, I'll have to take a look at him," said the doctor. So the veterinarian got out his stethoscope. He checked his heart, checked all his lungs, and looked inside his mouth and looked in his eyes, looked at both ears, and he said, "I think I need to feel, oh, I know what it is. Something's upsetting him inside. Well, let me see what I can do." And he put on his little latex glove and he said, "Let me just look and see what's going on. Can you bark for me, George?" And he went, "Meow." Well, sure enough, he pulled out a cat. Oh my goodness, no wonder George was going meow. He had swallowed a cat. "Oh dear, George, that's not good. Are you feeling better now?" "Oh, good. I hope you are feeling much better. Can you bark for us now?" He was all ready to bark, and he went, "Quack." "George, what's wrong with you?" "Oh, no." Well, the doctor said, "Uh-oh, I think there's still something inside of George. Let's see what that could be bothering him." And he reached inside of George, and he pulled, and it was a duck. Oh, no. Well, no wonder he was quacking. "George, how did you get those inside you? Goodness gracious." Oh, George's mother was frantic. How did this happen? "Oh, George, are you feeling better now?" He was all excited. The doctor said, "Can you bark for me, George?" And he went, "Oink." "No, George, don't tell me you..." No, it couldn't be. And he reached inside of George, and he pulled, and he pulled, and he pulled. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it was something big inside of George. Oh, what was it? It was a pig. Oh, no. No wonder he said oink. "Oh, George, I can't believe you swallowed all those things." Well, George's mother was frantic. "Oh, George, please bark for me." And he went, "Moo." "Oh, no, George, it couldn't be. Please tell me you didn't do that." Well, the doctor put on his longest latex glove, and he said, "We're going to have to reach deep, deep, deep down inside of George this time." So that's what he did. He reached deep, deep down inside of George, and he pulled, and he pulled. Oh, something's coming out. Whoa, what is it? It's, oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. It's a cow. Oh, my goodness. Can you believe it? George had swallowed a cow. Well, it's no wonder George wasn't feeling well. Oh, George was so happy to have all those things out of him. And his mother said, "George, can you bark?" And he went, "Arf, arf, 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 arf." He's feeling much better. Oh, George's mother was so happy. She kissed George. She even kissed me, the vet. Oh, I can't believe it. And she kissed the cow, she kissed the pig, she kissed the duck, and she kissed the cat. And oh, she was so happy. She said, "George, are you ready to come home?" And he's like, "Woof, woof, 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 woof." So she went, took him home, and she thought, "Well, we'll just go through the park and go for a little walk." So they were walking through the park, sniffing things as usual, and she said, "Bark for me, George. Let me know that you're okay." And George went, "Hello." You don't think oh no, I don't even want to think about what he might have eaten this time. And that's the end of the story of Bark George. I hope he's really feeling better. We don't like to have our pets sick, do we? Well, I also have another surprise for us today. I'm going to put George down here because he's feeling much better. But I have something here that I'd like to share with you today. It's called a lumberjack. And now, I don't know if you've ever seen these before, but these were toys that were made a long time ago, back in the 16th century, they believe, back in Europe. And before probably all these famous toys that we have today, all these fancy things. But this is a toy that kids used to play with at home made out of wood. So I'm going to show you how it goes. There was a lady named Nancy Stewart who had some music that went along with this. So the song that I'm going to sing is actually her song. I didn't make it up. But it goes like this, and the trick to this is that you bounce the dog, or you don't bounce the dog, you bounce the board and make him walk. So it goes like this. Had a little dog, his name was Henry. He's the best dog that you ever did see. Every day he goes walking round the neighborhood, Henry and me. Sit, George. Oh, he's a good dog. Had a little dog, his name was Henry. He's the best dog that you ever did see. Every day he goes walking round the neighborhood, Henry and me. Can you lie down, George? Oh, he's got such good training. Had a little dog, his name is Henry. He's the best dog that we ever did see. Every day we go walking round the neighborhood, Henry and me. Roll over, Henry. Whoa, he is so smart. Have you trained your dog? I know my dog at home can sit and speak and lay down. Maybe you've trained your dog, but if you don't have a real dog, maybe you can make one of these sometime if you're clever. So I hope you've enjoyed our stories today about dogs and veterinarians, and maybe one day you'll be a veterinarian. You can come here to the library and get books about different careers, and also every couple weeks here at our library on Facebook, we have what we call Community Connections, where we connect with the community and we interview lots of different people about their careers and things that they do. So you may want to tune in sometime. Thank you again for joining Marilyn Storytime, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.